Welcome once again to Wamba TV. I'm here with one of the millionaires in Bundibugyo district, Mr. Muramia Julius. He's the CEO, Muramia Hardware, CEO, Muramia Hotel, he's the CEO, Muramia Transporters, and very many other things. We are yet to learn so much from him, and he has so much to tell us. Mr. Muramia, can you say hi to the people?
Hi members, good afternoon. As you have heard, my name is Baluku Muramia Julius. Yeah, one of the businessmen in the Bundibugyo district.
Mr. Muramia, thank you so much for accepting to speak to us. In this environment, in the Uganda we are living in today, high taxes, the enforcers of the tax administration system are very aggressive. There is so much going on, and it's very hard to even thinking of starting a business, leave alone having it successful. How do you manage to do that?
Oh, the issue of taxation. That one started from that even Jesus said, "Give what belongs to Caesar, and what belongs to God to God." You cannot fear to start a business because you are fearing taxes. What is important to understand, why pay tax? They charge you the tax from what you have earned. So the tax is not meant to push you down, but the tax is meant for you to contribute to the growth of the economy of the government of Uganda or any other government. So you cannot fear tax because of that I will not have to start business, or I will fear to do business because I'm fearing tax. Tax, you are just contributing for the well-being of your country, of your community, where you are operating from.
Very many people have started and actually failed. The reason may not be taxes, but very many conditions. The inflation is so much, things are very expensive. But for you as a person who has managed to start and at least reach somewhere, what can people learn from you?
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, I have always said it is possible. Always possible. You know, everything, things grow with time. You don't start fearing before even you reach there. Reach there, then you will see how you handle the challenges that you find on the way. Yeah, you can't fail to start the journey because you are fearing for an accident on the way. You start it. Afterwards, after you have started, then you will see how you deal with any challenge that you find on the way. Of course, the key factor there with a business is understanding what you want and what you hope to be. Know, if I start this business, what ideology do I have? What vision am I looking at? If you started a business of 1 million, do you want to remain at 1 million, or you want to see yourself growing to 1 million to millions? And of course, depending on what your vision is, you will have discipline and will struggle towards that goal. But someone whose vision is to work and eat, you can have your business stagnant at 1 million. Of course, all the profits you are getting, you are eating them. All the profits you are enjoying them. And yeah, the business will be at 1 million. And if you get a loss, you will even drop from 1 million to find yourself at 700,000. But someone who has a vision of growing his business will struggle to see that 1 million. The other year, it changes to 3 million. The other year, it changes to 5 million. The other year, it should be seen at 10 million. The other year, the man will start talking of 50 million. Yeah, that's how business grows.
If, assuming I have like my 2 million as of now, is there any business you can advise me, like, say, do this business, maybe in 5 years you can be at 10 million?
There are very many businesses, my brother, very many of them. 2 million is much money. Some of us who started with very much more, very much less than the 2 million. Yes, I started a business while I was in the Vinyaruta. It was 200,000 Uganda shillings. I set up my small business, selling soap, some sugar, petrol. Hey, and that's how I started venturing into business. And I saw it grow from level to level, from level to level. The problem is with the business, business is like a child. When a woman is pregnant, she has to be patient until the 9 months elapses. But even after giving birth, there's a lot of having sleepless nights. The child is crying. The child, you have to take serious care for that child to grow. You can only start breathing when the child is at least 5, 6 years. Likewise, the business. You mishandle the business when to see a baby, it will collapse. So you have to handle it carefully like a baby. 2 million is enough money if you can plan for it well, and you know my purpose is to move ahead and have a big business. Then you handle it like you're handling a baby. You don't go luxury. No, you handle it knowing I'm having a baby. Luxury will come when I've reached where I feel I've reached.
So that's another way of saying you have to be somebody who is sacrificing and also very patient with the little you have.
Exactly.
Now you've been a businessman for some time here in Bundibugyo, and recently the cocoa prices have risen so much. What can you tell us about the cocoa prices and the business environment in Bundibugyo for the past 2 years now?
Yeah, not really 2 years. The business for cocoa started well. It was actually last year, January. Last year, Feb. Last year, Feb, after Christmas, 2023, that's when cocoa business started pushing up by rising prices. Yeah, cocoa has not only benefited the people dealing in cocoa business, but has also benefited the community. For me, when I move around, people have constructed very good businesses, very good houses, beautiful houses. And of course, for me, as a person dealing in hardware, I have also earned something, because when you come to me, you buy iron sheets, cement. I also get opportunity like someone who is directly in the cocoa business, because after someone getting the money from selling cocoa, I also have a way of getting part of that money, though not as the one who's directly in the business of cocoa.
So we've talked about how to make money and uh, be patient with the little you have and be successful. What is the easiest way for somebody to become a poor man?
Now, to be poor, to decide to be poor is very, very, very easy. Very, very easy than to decide to work and be rich. Because the Bible talks of something, a little slumber, a little sleep. Then you have just allowed the poverty to be around you. Those who read the Bible, that is in Proverbs. A little slumber, a little sleep. If you become lazy, you want to sleep much, you don't want to work, you want to be in luxury, leisure, all of your time you're in leisure, so of course you have called for poverty. And the little you get, you scat it, you use it elsewhere you want. You can go for, and if you get 500,000, you can decide to go for an outing with a beautiful girl, and you spend it there and it will be finished. I mean, spending money is not a problem. You can spend it even when you get 100 million and you opt to be poor. I think you cannot finish even in 6 months when 100 million is still there, and you will still remain the same as you were. Nothing much will change, but the money will be gone.
So in other words, it's very easy to become poor than it is to become rich.
Very easy. That one is very easy. Very easy.
So getting money to start a business or even do something, there is always advice of save, save, save. I think saving is hard. How do you say about that?
Many people have found saving being hard, but again, saving is not hard as long as you have known what saving is. Saving does not mean you suffer, you punish your life. No, that is not saving. Saving means I spend within my means but reserve something for tomorrow. That's what it's all about, saving. If I went and if I have 100,000 Uganda shillings in my pocket, I go to market. I mean, I can decide, or to a supermarket, I can decide to spend it all and remain with zero in the pocket. But one person will go with that 100 and get something, buys things of around 60,000, will go home and children will say, Daddy, you're most welcome. They'll enjoy whatever you have taken to them. But you have another balance of 40,000, which I have decided to save for the future. Another one will go and use it all. Another one will say, but I think if I can just branch there and buy some few things of 20,000 and have my 80,000, I may plan to use it to earn this 80,000 can earn me another 30 or 20,000. So the three are different. This one of who used all 100,000 has used it all, it has disappeared and is waiting for what can come tomorrow. But this one who has used the 20,000 and has the 80,000 is already thinking of how the 80 can now become again 20, or even go beyond, how the 80 can develop another 20 and be 100, and see from 100 to 120, from 120 to 300 to 200 and 300. For him, he's thinking of how can I have my money multiply, but not struggling to see how he can make use of it. And at the end of it, all of the three people, when they reach home, they will eat and be satisfied, and they will sleep, and tomorrow morning they will all look the same. But the difference will be the other one has after 3 days, the other one has back 100 back in his pocket. The other one who saved the 60 has around 75 in the pocket. The other one who spent all the 100 has nothing now in the pocket.
So as somebody who has been in the business for quite long, is there any kind of business you can say, if you're a beginner, don't do this business?
I cannot really be very straightforward to that. For beginners, I will not specifically say don't do this business, but I will advise the beginners to go into the business you well understand. Don't go specifically into a business you don't understand, because you have seen so and so engaged into that business and is progressing, so you feel, I think I can also do it. No, engage into a business that you understand. Understanding a business means you have done research. Do research about it. After doing research about it, then think, do you have the knowledge sufficient enough for you to run that business? Once you know you have the knowledge to run it, then if it needs manpower, do I have the manpower? Yes. Of course, starting businesses, it needs yourself first. You in person. You know, the Bible is very clear that cursed is he who puts his trust in man. If you are starting a business, start a business that you will be able to run you as you first. You as you first. Then, as the business grows, it should be that then it needs some more people to help you. They will find when you have managed your business, when you have the expertise concerned with your business, and much as they may try to steal you, to misbehave, because your losses, they will not be as much as if you started with them together, because you will be ahead of them. You have more knowledge in that business than them. So the best is, no, surely do I have the knowledge and the skill? Knowledge goes with skill. Do I have the knowledge? Do I have the skill in this business? Someone will want to start a wedding workshop, but you are not a welder yourself. Now you engage the welders, those who have the welding knowledge, and they may be bypassing you. You realize the profit you will be taking, you'll be getting from the business, but the welder has already taken the profit out from you. If you start a welding workshop, yet you are not a welder, just know you have started for someone a business. For you, you will just be getting a very small thing because you will not even know how to cost.
Yeah.
So go venture into a business that you will understand. That's why me, being a technician, I thought it is better I venture into hardware business.
Yeah.
Because I knew I have studied the materials, I know how they can be stored. I know that I think if the building is at this level, it needs this such and such materials, and if I bring them, of course there will be market for them.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to be in hardware business, because I have the knowledge, and I think it is a big contributor of why for the last 10 years, I think I have 15 years now. For the last 15, 16 years, we are still moving on,
yeah,
by the grace of God, with the hardware business.
Thank you so much for being a very great audience of Bamba TV. There are so many ways you can support this channel. One is by subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Second is by liking this video and also sharing it with others so that this message can reach to more and more people. There is also another way of supporting this channel. You can buy this t-shirt. It's just 30,000. We have jumpers at only 65,000. You can call us, you can contact us on WhatsApp and also by email. The contacts are just right there. So, Mr. Muramia, you've been into business for some time, and there are very many people who have started businesses and failed. But for you, you've started, I don't know how many times you failed, but at least you're moving on.
Yeah.
What advice can you give to those people who have started and failed and have not managed to move on?
Oh yeah. Now, the best advice I give to people, those engaged in business, we have some factors that contribute to the collapse of business, and we have factors that contribute to the growth of business. So if you understand those factors that contribute to the collapse of business and you avoid them, and you concentrate on the factors that contribute to the growth of the business, then you'll be there. I'll give some examples of these factors. Now, like you have to avoid losses at whatever cost. You avoid losses. Losses are caused by various things. One, losses due to mismanagement. Like if I give you may bring a fail of cement, but all of a sudden it is raining and you just start flooding. What do you expect? Cement will just what? It will be spoiled.
Yeah.
People will even fear it, because whoever will try to open a bag, it has lamps inside. So you have to. I'm just giving that example. So you have to avoid losses at whatever cost. And then number two is give business time. Business needs time. No one will come to your shop 3 times closed and you expect him to come back. No. So giving business time is a very key factor. You might have everything in the shop, but you go to the shop at 9, and then every problem that you hear about, you want to be there.
Yeah.
In other words, you are so social that you have no time for the business. So whoever will come to attend to you will find the business closed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good to be social, but think about the business.
Yeah.
Because we said that a business is like a baby who is born. You will not say because so has lost my friend is sick or has lost a mother, what? So my children should remain home yawning. You have to eat.
Yeah.
So is your business. So especially now, currently the situation is a bit funny that almost every day you hear of someone who has died. Every day we are burying. Yeah. So it is good to calculate your time properly. You sure that children have gone to school. you sure that the business also has been opened, you have served the customers, and you sure that also you go for burials. Or if they are the sick, you also attend to the sick. Yeah, it is all about now managing your time management. Business needs a lot of time. Then you avoid things of time wasting. People now are on social media. Social media.
Yeah.
Every time on the phone. Even a customer will come and ask, "Hi, why need this?" But you are busy on the phone.
Busy on the phone.
No customer will listen to you. He will say the second time. He will say the second time when he's already moving away.
Out.
You will start calling, "Hi, what were you saying?" But the person has already gone,
And he will never come back.
and is not coming back because you are not, and you don't know what took you to the street.
Yeah.
You didn't know understand what took you to the street. Another thing is financial discipline is also another serious key. Financial discipline. Some people they close up their businesses. They don't know how to balance. He will not even know my drawer has how much. Not even know how much profit would I have made. People just think maybe he will realize the business has grown out of the blue by chance. He sees the stock is increasing. No, the business needs you to account.
Yeah.
You should do some accounting before the close of the day. You balance your story. Do some balancing. How much have I really sold? Have I got any loss? Or did I give some person much money? You